In this section, we are going to become more familiar with the Codio workspace and in particular with the terminal because we use that a lot when we are trying to manipulate different files in Python and in Codio. When you are coding in Codio, you are actually working on a virtual machine, and that is similar to a remote computer that is hosted elsewhere. Because of this, it's important to understand how to work with the terminal and how to move around the Codio workspace. Now, the terminal is a text-based way to interact with your computer. Instead of clicking on icons or menus with your mouse, you type commands that tell the computer what to do. Think of it as giving instructions directly to the computer by typing them out. The terminal allows you to control and manage your development environment, execute commands, navigate directories, and manipulate files directly on the virtual machine, just as you would on a local computer. So when you're coding in Codio, the terminal helps you control your work environment and manage your files. It may look a little different at first, but it is a powerful tool that helps you get things done quickly and efficiently, so you should familiarize yourself with it. Normally, you can open a terminal in Codio by selecting Tools and then Terminal, but right now the terminal is already open. In this demonstration, let's start with some basic commands. The first command is pwd, and that stands for Print Working Directory. So when you type pwd and press enter, the terminal shows you the path of the directory you are currently in, which is /home/codio/workspace. So this tells us that right now our current working directory is the workspace directory. Next, we can use the command ls, which stands for list, because it lists all the files and folders in the current directory. So in this demonstration, the workspace contains files such as chatbot.py, first.py, first.txt, main.py, overall.py, and so on. It even has a folder called try_this_folder. So let us try to create a new directory or a new folder, whatever you want to call it. To create a directory, we simply use the make directory command, mkdir. And after the space, we type the name of the directory that we want to create. Say I want to name it new_folder. So I will type mkdir, which is the command, followed by a space, followed by new_folder, which is what I want to name my new directory. Now, the command ran, but we didn't see anything happen. So let's make use of the command we learned earlier to list the files and folders within a directory, which is ls. And here we see that this new directory called new_folder has been created here. Now, what do we want to see what is within this new folder? So for that, we want to move to the new folder, and we use the command cd, which stands for change directory, because we are changing the directory and moving into a new one. So to move into the new_folder directory, I type cd space new_folder and press enter. And now I am in the new_folder directory. Type ls again and press enter, and you see that right now this directory is empty because we haven't created any files and put any files in it. What if we want to move back to the parent directory? So we simply type cd followed by a space followed by 2 dots. So cd space dot dot and press enter. That takes us back to our parent directory, and let's confirm that it has the same contents that we saw earlier. So pwd tells us where we are, ls shows us what is in the current directory, make directory creates a new directory, cd space followed by the folder name moves us into a directory, and cd space dot dot moves us back to the parent directory. There's also a command for removing a directory, and that is rmdir followed by the name of that folder or that directory. So we should be very careful with commands that remove files or directories. They are useful, but you don't want to mess up your file tree. So say I want to remove the new_folder that I just created. So I will simply type rmdir space new_folder and press enter. And hey presto, the folder or the directory is gone. Now, we can also take a look at um, the file tree using the file tree from the view menu. So go to view and then select file tree, and here we see all the files that we could see earlier, chatbot.py, first.py, and so on. So if I want to create a new file within here, I can simply click on file and click new file and say I want to call it my first file.txt. So here that new file has been created. If I want, I can edit the file, or I can rename it, I can duplicate it, I can download it, or I can even delete it. You can also upload a file simply by dragging and dropping it onto this file tree, and then that will upload that file here for you. If you want, you can also customize your terminal and your Codio workspace for yourself. So just go to view, and here you can change the editor font size. For example, I want to make it 2, or I can change the editor theme, the terminal theme. You can move it to light if you prefer that, or keep it dark. You can change the terminal font size also. So just play around with it and make it your own so that it's comfortable for you to work on. So that is it for today, for this particular video.